Hello friends, welcome to my channel Fight the Fear of Stammering। तो आज हम पढ़ने वाले हैं चैप्टर 9 फ्रॉम द बुक द मैजिक ऑफ थिंकिंग बिग। सो here I go. Here is a basic rule for winning success. Let us mark it in the mind and remember it. The rule is success depends on the support of other people. The only hurdle between you and what you want to be is the support of others. Look at this way. An executive depends on people to carry out his instructions. If they don't, the company president will fire the executive, not the employees. The salesman depends on people to buy his product. If they don't, the salesman fails. Likewise, a college dean depends on professors to carry forward his educational a college dean depends on professors to carry forward his educational program. A politician depends on voters to elect him. A writer depends on people to read what he writes. A chain store magnate got to be a chain store magnate because employees accepted his leadership and consumers accepted his merchandising program. There were times in history when a person could gain a position of authority through force and hold it with force and threats of force. In those days, a man either cooperated with the leader or risks literally losing his head. But today, remember, a person either supports you willingly or he does not support you at all. Now it is time to ask, granted, I depend on others in order to achieve the success I want, but what I must do to get these people to support me and accept my leadership? The answer, wrapped up in one phrase, is think right towards people. Think right toward people and they will like and support you. This chapter shows how thousands of times daily a scene like this takes place. A committee or a group is in session. The purpose to consider names for a promotion, a new job, a club membership, and honor someone to be the new company president, the new supervisor, the new sales manager. A name is placed before the group. The chairman asks, what is your feeling about so and so? Comments come forth. For some names there are positive remarks such as he is a good fellow. People there speak highly of him. He has a good technical background too. Mr. F. Oh, he is a personable sort of man, very human. I believe he would fit in well with our group. Some names draw negative lukewarm statements. I think we should investigate that fellow carefully. He does not seem to get along too well with people. I know he has a good academic and technical background. I don't question his competence, but I am concerned about the acceptance he would receive. He does not command much respect from people. Now here is an exceptionally important observation. In at least 9 cases out of 10, the likability factor is the first thing mentioned, and in an overwhelmingly large number of cases, the likability factor is given far more weight than the technical factor. The above holds true even in selecting scholars for different professors The above holds true even in selecting scholars for university professorships. In my own academic experience, I have sat in on a considerable number of occasions when names for new faculty personnel were under question. The question. When a name came up, the group would weigh most carefully thoughts such as, will he fit in? Will the students like him? Will he cooperate with others on the staff? Unfair, unacademic, no. If the fellow isn't likable, he can't be accepted to get through to his students with maximum effectiveness. Mark this point well, a person is not pulled up to a higher level job, rather he is lifted up. In this day and age, nobody has the time or patience to pull another up the job ladder, degree by painful degree. The individual is chosen whose record makes him stand higher than the rest. We are lifted to higher levels by those who know us as likable personal individuals. Every friend you make lifts you up one notch higher, and being likable makes you lighter to lift. Successful people follow a plan for liking people. Do you? People who reach the top don't discuss much their techniques for thinking right towards people, but you would be surprised how many really big people have a clear, definite, even written plan for liking people. Consider the case of President Lyndon Johnson. Long before he became President, Johnson, in the process of developing his amazing power of personal persuasion, developed his own 10-point formula for success. His rules, which even a casual observer of the president could see were practiced in everything he did, are quoted directly. Learn to remember names. Inefficiency at this point may indicate that your interest is not sufficiently outgoing. Be a comfortable person so there is no strain in being with you. Be an old shoe kind of individual. Acquire the quality of relaxed, easygoing so that things do not ruffle you. Don't be egoistical. Guard against the impression that you know it all. Cultivate the quality of being interesting so people will get something of value from the association with you. Study to get the scratchy elements out of your personality, even those of which you may be unconscious. Sincerely attempt to heal on an honest basis every misunderstanding you have had or now have. Drain off your grievances. Practice like people until you learn to do so genuinely. Practice liking people until you learn to do so genuinely. Never miss an opportunity to say a word of congratulation upon anyone's achievement or express sympathy in sorrow or disappointment. Give spiritual strength to people and they will give genuine affection to you. Leaving these 10 simple but non-tremendous powerful like people rules made President Johnson easier to vote for, easier to support in Congress. Leaving these 10 rules made President Johnson easier to lift.